They had the conversation with Odell, like, hey, listen, dude, here's the situation, okay? You might be wide receiver 4 on this team. What is up, everybody? It is Jake with Master of Football, back at it again. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here. All right, if you've never been here before, Jake with Master of Football, pro football, college football, video game football, anything related to American football, we discuss in the show right now. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like it, follow, share, comment, anything like that that drives engagement, and I really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so we have many different connecting dots here that we have to go through. There is one Twitter post that I want to go over really quickly that I think encompasses the beginning of this video. Well, let's get into that post. Los Angeles Rams official. Got the blue check mark. OBJ in LA has a nice ring to it. The Rams have agreed to terms with the wide receiver at OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. All right, if you've been living under a rock, I'll describe to you who Odell Beckham Jr. is, okay? That one ridiculous, amazing catch that everybody always does, all those one-handed stuff, man. He almost, I don't want to say he created the one-handed catch, but he definitely was an aficionado of it, that's what we'll say. But Odell Beckham was one of the most explosive receivers coming out of LSU. First-round pick from the New York Giants, had just insane ability, you know, just the ability to run away from people. I mean, he's a reasonably tall guy, strong receiver, extremely explosive. I mean, his ability to eat into people's cushions is absolutely shocking. I want to actually post a clip here of what he's capable of. And again, I don't know if this is his prime or not. And again, there's much debate about that. But what he's capable is something like this. So here we are. This is a couple years ago when he was playing the Washington football team. And look at this. He almost has a 20-yard cushion here off of this defensive back right here. He's going to absolutely just eat into this thing. That's a 20-yard cushion, and he still gets by him. I mean, that is absolutely shocking. The guy has to basically just tackle him, still makes the catch. He is ridiculous. So Odell Beckham Jr. has been absolutely, I mean, he is one of the most explosive receivers in the NFL. Maybe not necessarily 40 time, but his ability to make ridiculous catches, his body control, his agility, his straight line speed is pretty fast. Again, it might not be Tyreek Hill fast, but he is just that term explosion. He is one of the most explosive players in the league. Now, he was on the Giants, was very dissatisfied with the Giants because, you know, the Eli Manning was not necessarily the best at deep ball throwing, especially if they didn't have a great offensive line. His numbers really took a hit, and he was kind of getting frustrated with his usage with the New York Giants. He also had some injuries here and there. Then he gets traded to the Cleveland Browns. They draft Baker Mayfield, and the Cleveland Browns really turn their team around. However, as of late, Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham have not been getting along, we'll say, off of the field because of what's happening on the field. We're going to get into a couple things there. But first thing we're going to talk about is Odell Beckham to the Rams, because there's an interesting little connection there. This connects the Raiders, this connects Deshaun Jackson, this connects the Rams, and this connects Odell Beckham. I want to get into some of those numbers right now. So right here from turfshowtimes.com, is OBJ a better wide receiver 3 option than Van Jefferson? Remember here, this right here, these are Rams fans. They are under the impression that J.B. Scott, they are under the impression that Odell Beckham Jr. is behind Robert Woods and behind Cooper Kupp. There are a lot of people, and especially if you get on Twitter, although, you know, Twitter is a great way to come for measured opinions, but a lot of people here think that he's better than both of them, apparently. But let's get through here and see what they kind of say. Likely, the new acquired receiver will eat into second-year receiver Jefferson's playing time, that's Van Jefferson, and target share, though it's a fair question to whether Beckham is truly an upgrade over Jefferson, who was a 2020 second-round pick selection. Even after the accounting for the 3 games Beckham has missed due to injury, Jefferson has outpaced the star wide receiver. Digged into the numbers, it appears that a matter of efficiency in terms of converting targets into receptions. Jefferson caught 60% of his targets versus Beckham only catching 50%. When Beckham with the Browns. Much has been made of the poor chemistry between Beckham and Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield, so it'll be interesting to see how the receiver's relationship with Stafford develops. Again, just to put it into perspective, I crunched a couple numbers in here, okay? So right now, Van Jefferson roughly averages 5.11 targets per game, okay? And again, this is right just throughout the season so far. Cooper Kupp averages 11.44. Robert Woods averages 7.66. Deshaun Jackson, who was upset at usage, he averaged 2.14. the crazy thing was he averaged 27 yards a catch. So Deshaun would get in the game and just burn down the field, catch it, but he would only get targeted twice a game. OBJ with the Browns, 5.66 targets per game. So we're assuming that, this is where I get a little weird, okay? Because I have a couple questions. One of those questions is Deshaun Jackson left the Rams because he wasn't being used enough. Deshaun Jackson was available. Odell Beckham got released, and he was available too. So Odell Beckham was available. Deshaun Jackson was available. The Raiders, again, that horrible situation with Henry Ruggs. Against the Giants, you could definitely tell they were missing their deep threat. Bryan Edwards is one of their receivers. He's kind of a TO physical receiver. They've got Darren Waller, who's a tight end, who's a burner as a tight end, but again, he's still a tight end. He can't take the top off every single defensive back on the field. He can only take it off maybe like linebackers, some slower safeties. Hunter Renfrow is not a burner. He's an agile guy in between. And Zay Jones is a bigger receiver that's not necessarily a great deep ball receiver. So the Raiders needed a deep ball receiver. Odell Beckham is available. Deshaun Jackson is available. They went with Deshaun Jackson. They ultimately signed him, I think 20 minutes after the game was done. I was like, oh my God, that was a horrible game. We just lost to the Giants. Boom. They signed Deshaun Jackson. So they had pick of both, and they went with Deshaun Jackson. The Rams really didn't need another receiver, and they went ahead and signed Odell Beckham. Now, the question I have is have they had the conversation, the Rams, have they had the conversation with Odell, like, hey, listen, dude, here's the situation, okay? You might be wide receiver 4 on this team, okay? Now, again, if he's okay with that, that's fine. But unless he had some expressed written, consent to be like, no, I am wide receiver 2, I'm wide receiver 3, I might even be wide receiver 1. Again, the reason why I'm starting to come at Odell a little bit here because he can't make it work with a Hall of Fame quarterback Eli Manning. I know he's not great for the regular season. He is a Hall of Famer, okay? Baker Mayfield is at the very least a quality NFL starting quarterback. He's guaranteed top 20. On a good day, he's top 10, and he's somewhere in between 10 to 20. He's somewhere in that range, okay? On good days, he might even be higher than that. Now he's got Matt Stafford. If he can't make it work with Matt Stafford, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Can't make it with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Can't make it with a solid NFL starter. And then if you can't make it with, the Rams, and he's like, oh, man, they're just not targeting me. They're just not working with me, man. It's going to start to be, hey, listen, if all your relationships fail, maybe the failure in the relationship is you. So as an example, I have here an article from sportingnews.com. It says, overall, Mayfield has thrown 10 interceptions when he's targeted Beckham and has connected with him for just 6 touchdowns. Below is Baker Mayfield's passing when he targets Beckham. So that number right there basically just means, and again, there's several different aspects here, and I'm open to being corrected here, but it's one of those things where it's like he targets him in bad ways, but he doesn't target him in the ways he wants to be. It's a weird thing where, and I don't know what the situation is, but I do know who's not making it any easier is Odell Beckham Sr. He didn't hold back, so he posted an 11-minute video showing Baker Mayfield missing OBJ all season. I watched some of the clip. I'm actually going to include some of the clips here, but it's got this really, really sad song that's playing in the background. I went ahead and muted it, but if you watch these plays, I do think that they are absolutely grasping at straws here on some of these plays. On some of these plays, he legitimately misses Odell Beckham. This play right here is not one of those plays. So if you play this play, what's going to happen here is he's going to go ahead and he's going to run a comeback here. So he's going to get by the defensive back. The defensive back sits back a little bit, and then he's going to come back here. So this is apparently hard. Now, hold on. This is what Odell Beckham Sr.'s dad thinks is open, okay? That is a huge trajectory to make a throw, and he's got, 5 yards of separation? The reason why he throws the ball high is because there's a defender sitting underneath. Sorry, Odell Beckham Sr., he's not open here. So if you watch this, he's going to throw it, and then it's going to go up and deep, and he's going to have to jump for it because it has to go over this defender underneath. Sorry, dude, you're not open, okay? You are legitimately not open. That looks like, oh, he's got so much space. But you have to remember, the throw is coming from 20 yards downfield. He can more than easily make up for this. He could potentially be what's called baiting the receiver here. Not impressed with this at all. This one's hilarious. Notice how they don't show the safety on this play. Watch this. So check this out. This right here is classic cover 2. This defensive back is going to press, and then he's going to carry for a little bit, but he's going to let him go by. You're going to watch this from this angle. It looks like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, Odell he's so open. He could just fit it right there. Just throw the ball right there. It doesn't matter on this next play right here. You're going to see this next angle. Check this out. you're going to watch this safety immediately scream over here because he's in cover 2 and he's going to defend the boundary. So he's going to immediately scream over. So yeah, so throw the ball. I mean, he's grasping at straws right here. There are some plays here. Again, Baker is not perfect. He legitimately misses him. But to pretend like it's 10 minutes long, they are really, really just trying to make him look bad. And I don't get it. I mean, the Browns right now are 5-4. Odell hasn't really played, and Odell's going to a team where he can't. He's running out of places to complain about. He's running out of excuses. The Rams are one of the better run organizations in the NFL. I mean, we did not know about the Todd Gurley situation up until they had the problems. Then he got released. They're really good about keeping things in house. They're really well run. They do a lot of things right. If Odell Beckham cannot make it work, it is on him 100%. I will include all those links into the description there, but let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that it's Odell's fault? Oh, no, it's Baker's fault. Do you think he's going to thrive? Let me ask you this. What if he goes to the Rams and they win a lot of games and he gets targeted 3 times a game? Do you think he's going to be happy? I guess I worry about him because, again, there's that D word. And again, everybody hates that D word, but we're starting to get a little bit of a diva receiver feel from Odell Beckham. And not good. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments and get after it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. But I will see you guys on Monday. I am out.